there's only three categories that an issue or a concern lies in. If there's something that you need to correct, if it's a policy that's not being implemented, if it's follow up that's not being done, if a system is broken, if you are not getting the results or the outcome that you desire, you either have a people problem, a systems problem, and if you have a problem with both, you have a leadership problem. It's going to fall in one of those three categories. So what do you do if it's a people problem? If it's a people's problem, that means education is needed, follow-up is needed. You have to expect what you inspect what you expect. What does that mean? It means that you expect for whatever is supposed to be in place, you are expecting for it to be there so you can inspect it. Then on the other end, you are inspecting whatever is in place and you expect it to be completed. You have to be accountable for yourself though. Ask yourself, did I educate them? Did they return demonstrate? Did they acknowledge and show me through verbal presentation or through manually doing whatever that thing is? Could they disseminate the information? Could they navigate through a process? Did that happen? If it did not happen, then you must first educate. You cannot expect people to do something that they are not aware that they have to do. And let's just say that they are aware that they have to do it. If they don't know the way that you expect them to do it, I promise you they're going to do it the best way they know how. But this is nothing that you should be trying to create on your own, because everything should have a policy and you should be able to educate them through the procedure. So if it's a people problem, either they do not know it and they need to be educated, or they do know it and refuse to do it, and they may need counseling, they may need a verbal coaching, or they may need to be reprimanded. You have to figure that out. So that's your people. Or it's systems. Is your system broken? Is it that the people know what to do, but when they get to a certain place in the process, they become stagnant. They don't really understand it. Or it's a loophole. It doesn't flow the way that it needs to, or you may not have a system at all. So if you go to people and everybody is giving you different answers and there's no policy that you can go to help validate what they need to do, you must put a system in place. Leadership. If the people are not educated, or they're not held accountable, and you don't have systems in place, what your leaders doing? Huh? We going nowhere fast. We making a hot, funky, moving mess out of everything. Yeah, I said everything. Because that's how out of order everything is. Leadership. What goes on at the top trickle down to the bottom. So we have to understand and take accountability that the people that we put in place, we must equip them, we must educate them, and we have to encourage them. With that being said, leaders, managers, it's a different. We can manage processes, but when you're in a leadership role, you have to be able to lead the people. Lead them in such a way that if you were not in place, nobody would be able to tell the difference. Lead in such a way when people come to your facility, they come to your business, they come to your establishment, they would not even know who was in charge, because it seems like everybody got it going on. Everybody looks like a leader. Everybody has things in place. You have to be mindful. There's no big I's and little U's, right? So at the end of the day, those three categories, tap in, figure out where the issue lies. And if the issue lies in you, no sweat, show yourself some grace, be accountable, acknowledge it, so that you can go and put a plan in place so that you can do what's necessary, so your team can do what's necessary.